Hey there, friend. Welcome back to Daily Dose Radio here in the Bible Bistro. Hey, today we're going to be studying Psalm 10, and we're looking at verses 7 and 8 today. So if you have your Bible there with you, why don't you just open it up with me, and we're going to read that here in just a second. I want to thank everybody for coming in today to Daily Dose Radio, and we've got a good one today. So today we're looking at Numbers 8 and 9. You say, what Numbers 8 and 9? Well, we've been tracking the 14 different items that identify the wicked man. And Psalm 10 is the grand definition of the wicked, and he gives us all of these individual little pieces about the wicked man and how to identify him. So we began all the way up there in verse 3, the wicked boast over their soul's desire. So the very first thing about the wicked man is his pride. He's very proud. And it comes all the way down to verse 7. He actually has a statement. He makes a statement. He says, I will not be moved forever. So that's his statement of pride that he speaks as he's being identified here. So today we're doing Numbers 8 and 9, which are found in verse 7 and verse 8. So here is verses 7 and 8. Let me read those for us. His mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. Under his tongue is mischief and vanity. He sitteth in the lurking places of the villages. In the secret places doth he murder the innocent. His eyes are privily set against the poor. Okay? So verses 7 and 8. Did I say 8 and 9? I meant 7 and 8. So verses 7 and 8. All right, so the eighth thing about this man is the way his mouth is filled. It's not filled with praise. It's not filled with thanksgiving. It's not filled with mercy or grace. It's filled with cursing, deceit, fraud, mischief, and vanity. Notice the way the psalmist layers this. His mouth is full. Under his tongue is. So it's almost like under the tongue there's a surprise. You know, like in the candies, there's a little surprise waiting for you, or in the Cracker Jack box. It's underneath everything, but it's there. You'll find it. Yeah, and so here with the wicked man, full of cursing, his mouth is full of cursing, deceit, fraud, and under his tongue you have the special things. You have mischief and vanity. Now notice verse 8. He sits in the lurking places of the villages. You remember Psalm 1? The Psalm 1 talked about how the blessed man doesn't sit in the council. Yeah, so here we have him sitting. The wicked man is sitting in the lurking places of the villages. In the secret places does he murder the innocent. His eyes are privately set against the poor. So he sits and he's watching. He's watching for the poor man. Remember how we identified the poor man up there in, what verse was that? Verse 2. Verse 2, we talked about the poor. Not only is the poor man someone who's disadvantaged, but it's also primarily because of the designation that Christ gave it. The poor man is the man who's seeking the Lord. He's poor in spirit. That's a good thing to be, poor in spirit. You don't want to be haughty in spirit like this guy. You want to be poor in spirit. Poor in spirit is a blessing that comes with that. Remember what David said about himself in Psalm 34. You know, this poor man cried. What's he poor? How's he poor? He's the king. How in the world is he poor? He's poor because he needs the Lord. He knows his need. He knows his desperate condition. And so he cries out to the Lord for help. Yeah, the poor man understands his condition and knows where to go for help. And so the wicked man here is looking for him. He has his eyes privately set against the poor. The Christian man is the one who's always being inspected by those who don't have anything more good or bad to say than cursing, deceit, fraud, mischief, and vanity. Well, tomorrow we're going to pick up in verse 9 and look at 9 and 10. Or no, we'll just do 9 tomorrow. So 9 will be the last verse for us this week, and that'll bring us to the 10th item in our list. So I hope that you'll join me then here on Daily Dose Radio.